I recently had the opportunity to take the Coastal Heritage Tram Tour from Blackpool to Fleetwood, and it was an experience that truly transported me back in time. It was one of those rare moments where history comes alive, allowing me to blend nostalgia with adventure while experiencing the beauty of the British seaside. As I approached the tram stop in Blackpool, the atmosphere was filled with a mix of excitement and anticipation. There, in front of me, stood one of Blackpool's iconic heritage trams, beautifully restored and gleaming in the sun. The trams themselves are an incredible piece of history, some dating back to the early 20th century, and it felt as though I was about to take a journey not only along the Fylde Coast but also back through decades of coastal heritage. The tram conductor greeted me warmly, dressed in a traditional uniform reminiscent of times long past, and there was something incredibly charming about it. As I stepped onto the tram, the interior instantly filled me with nostalgia. The polished wood, brass fittings, and old-style seating were all lovingly restored, transporting me into another era. I took my seat by the window, and before long, we set off, the tram gliding smoothly along the tracks. Our journey began along Blackpool's bustling promenade, and I couldn't help but marvel at the stunning sights around me. To my left, there was the vast expanse of the Irish Sea, glistening in the sunlight, and to my right, the iconic Blackpool Tower stood proudly against the sky. The first part of the journey was filled with familiar sights of Blackpool's lively seafront, the bustling beaches, the laughter of children playing, the colourful arcades, and the constant activity that makes Blackpool so vibrant. As we moved along, I caught glimpses of the North Pier and the famous Blackpool Pleasure Beach, with its roller coasters towering in the distance. Seeing all of this from the comfort of a vintage tram made it feel almost magical, like I was in a different time, yet still part of today's lively atmosphere. The tram itself swayed gently as we travelled, the rhythmic sound of the tracks beneath adding to the experience. There was something deeply relaxing about it. The steady pace allowed me to take in every detail around me. Unlike a fast-paced car journey, the tram allowed me to slow down and appreciate the beauty of the coast, and I could tell that my fellow passengers felt the same. People were smiling, pointing out sights to each other, and enjoying the ride with a sense of calm that's hard to find in today's hectic world. As we left the bustling parts of Blackpool behind, the journey became even more scenic. The promenade gave way to quieter stretches of coastline, and the tram rolled past picturesque sand dunes, with the sea remaining our constant companion to the left. I saw seagulls gliding effortlessly above, and the occasional sound of waves crashing against the shore was faintly audible in the distance. The scenery changed from the lively attractions of Blackpool to more peaceful, natural landscapes, and it felt like we were slowly peeling away the layers of time. I could see small seaside towns pass by, each with its own charm. Quaint houses, cozy cafes, and people taking leisurely walks along the coast, it was like looking at postcards of a simpler time. The charm of this journey lies not only in the heritage tram itself but in the sense of connection it creates to the communities along the route. The tram was once a lifeline for these communities, and even today, it serves as a reminder of the rich history and culture that defines this part of England. One of my favorite moments of the journey was when we passed by the Cleveleys Promenade, a beautiful spot with vast stretches of sandy beaches and panoramic sea views. Cleveleys is known for its stunning views of the Irish Sea, and as we passed through, I saw families walking their dogs, kids flying kites, and couples enjoying the views. It felt so peaceful, a perfect snapshot of what the British seaside is all about. Our journey continued north, and eventually, we reached Fleetwood, the final destination of the tour. Fleetwood is a historic fishing town, and as we rolled into the tram stop, I could see its distinct charm. The pace here was slower, and it felt like the perfect end to our nostalgic journey. Fleetwood is known for its maritime history, and I could immediately sense its heritage as I stepped off the tram. I took some time to explore Fleetwood, and one of my first stops was Fleetwood Market. This market is one of the oldest in Lancashire, and walking through it felt like stepping into a part of history. The market was bustling with activity, locals selling fresh produce, handcrafted items, and all kinds of curiosities. The atmosphere was lively, with vendors chatting to customers and the smell of freshly baked goods wafting through the air. After visiting the market, I made my way to the old docks. Fleetwood's history as a fishing port is evident here, and seeing the undeterred, with seagulls flying overhead, added a certain nostalgic charm to the visit. The docks were quiet, almost serene, and it gave me a moment to reflect on how important places like this have been in shaping the identity of coastal towns. As I continued to explore Fleetwood, I walked through some of the quaint streets lined with traditional houses and small shops. The town has a unique character, its heritage and history are evident in its architecture and the people who call it home. It was wonderful to end the tram journey in such a peaceful and culturally rich place, surrounded by the warmth and hospitality of Fleetwood. Soon, it was time to make my way back. I boarded the Heritage Tram once again for the return journey, and as we made our way back to Blackpool, I couldn't help but feel a sense of contentment. The Coastal Heritage Tram Tour is more than just a ride, it's an experience that captures the spirit of the British seaside, the nostalgia, the natural beauty, and the connection to the past that makes these places special. Whether you are someone who has fond memories of visiting Blackpool as a child, or someone discovering the magic of heritage trams for the first time, this tour offers something truly special. It's a chance to slow down, appreciate the beauty of the coast, and connect with the rich history that defines this region. The tram itself is a symbol of timeless charm, and being part of that history, even for just a day, is an experience I'll always treasure. If you ever find yourself in Blackpool, I highly recommend taking this enchanting journey along the coast, from Blackpool to Fleetwood, and experiencing it for yourself. It's a journey that's not just about the destination but about the memories you create along the way. Book your tickets, hop aboard, and let the magic of the Heritage Tram take you back in time. You won't regret it. This is a journey that truly creates unforgettable memories. And before I go, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Rediscover to the World, for more exciting travel experiences like this one. Hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more adventures from around the world.